Welcome back, everybody. There aren't many things more Scottish than bagpipes, but whiskey is certainly up there. So we're continuing our Robbie Burns Day celebrations with a segment that's going to reframe how we drink Scotch.
Our next guest says it's a great base for making amazing tropical drinks. Here to explain is drink and hospitality expert Christina Veira. Welcome back to the show.
Yay!
So Christina, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would agree with me when I say that when I think of Scotch, I think it's a cold weather drink.
Yeah.
It's a specific mood for something cozy, but in the winter. Now you're here to say that it doesn't have to be restricted that way, that we can have a tropical vibe to Scotch. How?
Yeah, like, I mean, let's be honest, Scotland's pretty cold, so a lot of people associate a spirit with where it's from. But the thing is with Scotch, it could be this whole range. It could be very light, ethereal, full of apple and pear. It can be very dark, brooding, full of that smoke, leather, nuts. I think that's what most people think of it with.
Yeah.
But all of those things pair very well with very full-spirited, like, drinks. Pineapple, guava, peppercorn. So that's what we're gonna play around with today.
And in the first drink you've made, you used peated Scotch. So can you explain what peated Scotch is, how it differs?
Yeah,
from
so
regular?
like in the Cliff's Notes, if you remember grade 7 science class, you have a seed, you need to get it germinated, and that means that it gets the sugar source out, and you need that to ferment. In Scotland, they used to use peat, which is essentially decayed vegetation, to do that malting process, which is adding heat, and that gives that smoky flavor. But you don't need peat to do that. In a lot of modern whiskeys, you're gonna use gas, but it historically was that smoky flavor.
That is the best explanation I've ever heard. I love that. So this cocktail was inspired by Planter's Punch, but you call it Jura of your peers, which I love. So tell us about the drink and why it works with peated Scotch.
So in Planter's Punch, it has almost like a little rhyme. So there's 1 part sour, so we're using lime juice. 2 parts sweet, and this is a guava and peppercorn syrup. 3 parts strong, which is our Jura 12-year. Jura 12-year has a lot of like citrus, banana, clove notes. It's aged 12 years, but it's in a colder climate like Scotland, so it's still not too full. And then it's finished in Oloroso cask, sherry cask, which basically adds a little bit of like nut characteristics to it. Our 4 parts weak is the last part, and that's actually ice. I shook it up a lot. There's a little bit of crushed ice and added this blood orange and lemon wheel.
It's lovely.
I could go to the beach with this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah,
okay, so next you're gonna teach us how to make your Thamesy cocktail. Where do we start?
All right, so I named it after one of my favorite songs, Iced Tea by Thames. So we're gonna start with our Bowmore 15-year.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna do 1.75 ounces.
Oh, wow, okay.
So like just about 2/3 of the way up.
Okay.
Pour it right into your glass.
Got
All
it.
right. So Bowmore 15, a little bit more age on it. We're gonna see that there's more like leather, nuts, full of cocoa, like just this big range of flavors. But when we think of cocoa, cinnamon, we think of tropical drinks, even if we get that in Scotch. Next, we're gonna add our lime juice.
Okay.
So 0.75 ounces.
Yeah.
I made us a vanilla salted tamarind syrup.
Oh,
so
wow.
0.5 ounce.
Okay. Ooh, that smells
really good.
Just a touch of salt to bring out the flavor.
Yep, yep.
And then there's iced tea, the song iced tea. This is tea infused Grand Marnier.
Oh, wow,
So
lovely.
doubling down on all those orange notes we're already gonna get from the Scotch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so this is inspired by a Queen's Park swizzle, which is from Trinidad. And I'm gonna show you how to swizzle. So take your crushed ice.
Okay.
And you're gonna basically almost fill your glass.
Okay.
Fill it up.
Yep.
Okay.
Right. Take your spoon, put it right down the middle. And basically, we're gonna take both of our hands, go back and forth and up and down like this.
Oh my gosh, I'm doing it!
Time.
I
So
love it!
you're gonna get it.
It's like when you're trying to do the, well, okay, all right.
So basically, you want it to be as close to ice cold as possible.
Okay.
You're gonna take your ginger beer, add a little bit of splash, 1 ounce.
Okay.
Right? Add a little bit more ice. We like our drinks nice and cold.
Me too. Okay.
Yep.
All right, as you bring up your spoon, it's gonna integrate the ginger beer, take it out. And then obviously you need a little bit of mint.
Yes.
All right, give it a little slap. Boom, boom.
Slap the mint.
Slap the mint, get those oils out, make it aromatic, and voila.
There we go.
And then do we jam it in there or just let it sit at the top?
Whatever you want. I already put bitters into our syrup, but we used chocolate bitters from a local company.
Oh, get out of town with this.
Oh.
This is
I'm obsessed with this. It's so good.
It's so good.
Okay, this is my this is in first place
This
so
is your
far.
first place?
Yeah,
Okay, well,
yeah,
we
yeah.
still have our final beverage. It's called Sweet Dreams. What did you do to make this one?
All right, so for the Sweet Dreams, this is a twist on a Moreras Fernando, which is from Dominican Republic. It is creamy. We use blood orange juice. We use a little bit of Galliano to add vanilla, as well as topped off with fresh nutmeg. The whiskey in this is Centauri Owl, so it's A-O pronounced owl. It's made from whiskeys all over the world, but inspired by Scotch. So in it, there's from Ireland, Scotland, US, Canada, and Japan.
This is like candy.
This is so delicious, but it feels like candy for an adult.
Okay.
Because it like.
So now you can make this a little bit different by adding a shot of espresso.
Yeah.
So then it's a float.
Really?
So just take your espresso
Okay.
in 5 minutes. And then one thing I just forgot to mention about Bowmore, which means a lot to me, is we collaborated and they donated $10,000 to Nellie's Women's Shelter.
Come on, that's incredible.
That's amazing.
Yes, Bowmore.
Okay,
I
so
love
then
this.
how does this change the flavor profile?
All right, so more cocoa, more coffee, fuller.
I think this might be my number one. I love it. It's delicious.
It's really, really good. I mean, this is like, oh, that's nice. It's candy coffee now.
Candied
Yeah.
coffee.
Christina,
Adult.
this was so great. Thank you so much. It was truly like a fascinating mindset shift because, again, I only thought of it as a winter drink, but now I feel beachy with it. Viewers at home, get your phones out because you can scan our handy QR code to get these tropical Scotch recipes right in the palm of your hand. Cheers.
Hey there, wasn't that great? Do you know where you can find some equally good content? Our YouTube page. It's filled with discussions, debates, and some laughs. Head there now, like and subscribe.